Okay, let me share my screen. Entire screen share. So can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for the sectional view, section XX, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing section XS. Okay, and if we see our section XS here, our section XS is like this. Okay, somewhere along this line, then facing the top like this. Okay, that is how our section XS actually looks like, and that's what we'll be considering. Okay, now in this sectional view, now we'll be showing the foundations, the floor, and some other components which we can actually see during our elevation. Okay, now the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to produce a horizontal line like this. I'm going to produce a horizontal line like this. So I'm going to switch on my F8, which is my auto mode. Okay, so with my horizontal line, I'm going to produce this like this. Okay, any length of my choice like that. So after producing that horizontal line, I'm going to produce a vertical line to it like this from this side, any height of my choice. Now if you look at that particular problem, we were told that we should produce our section XX on the scale of 1:50. Look at the question on your phone. That's question 1A. Section XX on the scale of what? 1:50. On the scale of 1:50. So which means that is going to be 2 times bigger to 1:100. 1:50. That means it's going to be what? 2 times bigger. Okay, it's going to be 2 times bigger. Okay, but this is what I'm going to actually do. I'm going to draw it using scale 1:100. Okay, after that I will now increase the scale. So there is a way I can actually increase the scale of my drawing using AutoCAD. So I'm going to do that after the whole drawing. Is that clear? Can you hear me?
Please, I don't.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said I'm going to produce.
I don't understand.
I'm going to produce this section on the scale of 1:100. So the scale we actually use for the plan is our normal ruler, which means every dot on your ruler represents what? 100, 100, 100, 100. That's it. So for example, now let us assume I have a line. This is my ruler. Let us assume this is my ruler. Okay, you know your ruler now. This place is going to be 0. You have all these dotted line: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You have 10 mm or 1 centimeter. Yes or no on your ruler? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now,
yes.
So if I am drawing on scale 1:100, scale 1:100 means that from 0 to this first line is what? 100. To this second line is what? 200. This third line is what? 300. So which means this center line is what? 500. Why this area is what? 1000. That's the meaning of 1:100. That is, each line there represents what? 100. Now if you are drawing on scale 1:50, that means that each of the line here represents what? 50. That's the meaning. Each of the line here represents what? 50. So which means by the time, if this place is 50, the center will be what? 250. Why this mark 10 will be what? 500. That's the meaning. So I said what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw it using my normal scale 1:100. When I'm done, I will now increase the scale using one of my AutoCAD tool. I can increase the scale using one of my AutoCAD tools. So I won't worry about either it is to scale or not to scale for now. I won't worry about that for now. All I'm going to worry about is just producing this object, okay, the way it is. And after drawing that horizontal line and the vertical line which we produce here, so our wall thickness, remember our wall thickness on the outside here. Please, whenever you can't hear me, let me know, please. If you can't hear me, let me know, okay, so that we won't be lost. So our wall thickness here is what? Is 250. Our wall thickness here is 250. So I am going to apply that. So okay, so that I don't waste our time. Okay, let me do that first. So I'm going to pick my offset command. I said 250. Our wall is 225. Sorry, don't mind me. Our wall thickness is 225, not 250, please. 225 with my offset command. So I am going to develop my sectional view from the left to the right, okay. So I've drawn this wall like this. Next thing now, the distance between the inside of this wall here to the inside here, what's the distance here? That is 3,000. That's that distance here. The root was 3,000. Then after that 3,000, our wall is what? 225. So I'm going to do that now. 3,000, then what? 225. So with my offset command, imputing 3,000, okay, from here to here, then imputing 225, enter. I have that right there. So next, you will notice that the distance from the inside here to the inside here, yeah, the reason I'm drawing that is this: my section line actually cut across this area. This is the line, this area where my section line actually cuts through. So take note of that. So that is why after getting this wall, I got here to here. Then after getting here to there, the next thing I'm going to get was the inside here to the what? To the inside here. Then what? Then this wall. And the distance from the inside here to the inside here is 2,925. That's it, 2,925. Take note, 2,925. Then my wall 225. So I'm going to do that now. So with my offset 2,925, enter. Then my wall there is what? 225, enter. So after doing that, I have gotten the distance of my walls in that area, okay. Now take note of this. I am actually going to make use of this baseline, this line at the bottom. I'm going to use it as my normal ground level, and as we all know, the structural part of the building which we have below our ground level is what? Is the foundation. Is the foundation. So now in most cases when it comes to architectural drawing, you will be given that. If you are given specification, or those of you who are still going to venture into the building line, okay, you'll be given specification for your building. So if you are producing the building plan layout and like, so you'll be given specification for your building, whereby it is going to show the depth of your foundation, the thickness of your hardcore, the thickness of your concrete slab, the thickness of your floor finish. So since we are not given anything here now, I'm going to assume. So let me assume that the depth of my foundation is 1,000 below normal ground level. So I am going to assume the depth of my foundation is what? 1,000 below normal ground level. I'm going to assume that now. Okay, I am going to assume that now. So, and to do that, all I'm going to do is I'll just pick my offset from this first line I produce. I'm going to use that as my what? As my normal ground level. Okay, so then below it is going to be what? 1,000. So that's the depth of my foundation. Now after getting the depth of my foundation, the next thing is to create my foundation footing. Now I don't know whether you guys are actually aware. So during our first class, I said we have basically 3 types of foundation. Okay, we have strip foundation, STRIP. We have pad foundation. We have pile foundation, PILE, and we have raft, RAFT. So we have 4 type of foundation. Sorry. Now, so the one that is common in terms of use is the strip foundation, and strip foundation is being used on a soil that has good bearing capacity. Okay, now if the soil in your area has good bearing capacity, then it is going to be what? Strip foundation. And in most cases, strip foundation is used for building the fences, wall fence, something like that. So now if I'm going to actually excavate my strip foundation, this is how a strip foundation is being excavated. So I'm going to just draw an elevation of how a strip foundation looks like. So with this as the base, then your wall sitting in the middle. Your wall is going to sit in the middle. Now this area that I circle now, okay, which acts as the base of my foundation, is the area which you are going to actually excavate in your soil. Now the thickness of a normal wall is what? The thickness of this wall here is what? Is 225. Okay, 225. So if I'm going to excavate my soil, I'm going to excavate my soil to a distance of 3 times the width of my block. That is the standard of a strip foundation. 3 times the width of your block. So that is going to be what? 225 times 3. That is going to be what? 675. That is going to be 675. So the width of the excavated area on my soil is going to be what? 675. While your wall is going to what? Is going to sit in between that area. Okay, so this is how a strip foundation actually looks like. So this area is going to be loaded with what? With concrete. This area is going to be what? Loaded with concrete, and that is what we're actually going to replicate on each of the foundation walls we are having on that building plan. Now, I was expecting some of you to actually ask me, why is it that we are having only 3 wall? Yeah, I was expecting that question, but since none of you are actually asking, so for those who might actually have that question in mind, the reason why we are actually having 3 wall is this. Now, our foundation line, our section line cut across this area like this. Okay, now cutting across this area, it's cut across this wall here. That's our first wall. It's cut across this area, which is our what? Our beam. And under a beam, there is a foundation wall under this beam. So then it's cut across this wall also, which is what? The third wall. Do you see that? So that is the reason why we'll be having what? 3 foundations shown in this particular sectional view. We'll be showing what? Just 3 foundation, because it's cut across this, and this. Now, if there are some cases whereby your sectional line won't be straight like that, they can actually do it like this. Maybe something like this, coming down here, coming like this, going like this, then coming like this, and facing up. Yeah, you can have section lines such as that in some cases. So if it is something like this, how many foundation footing will I be having? I'll be having 1. I'll be having 1 foundation footing. I'll be having 2 foundation footing. I'll be having 3 foundation footing. Then I'll be having what? 4 foundation footing. Because what? My section line cut across 4 walls on its way out. Okay, and wherever there is a wall, there is a foundation sitting under that wall. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just using this one to actually explain it, so that if the examiner change the question for you, you won't be saying, after all, the tutorial we did is only 3 wall we have. So don't be fooled. So you need to actually understand the concept very well. That's why I'm doing all of this. Exactly. So take note of that. All right. And even if your foundation line, actually, let us assume it's cut across this area like this, then upward, we'll still be having 4 foundation wall, because this area is my door, and on this door is sitting along the line of a wall. Definitely there's a foundation under this area also. That's it. So this will be my what? My 3rd foundation, and this will be my what? My 4th foundation. So that is what our building section actually entails. Okay, now all I need to do now is to develop my what? My foundation footing. And to develop my foundation footing, I failed to mention something earlier on. So the thickness is going to be what? 675, while the height is going to be the height of my wall, which is what? 225. Is going to be what? 225. The height is going to be what? 225, and that's what I'm going to replicate on this area now. I'm going to replicate it here now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my offset with this line at 225 to the top. Enter. 225 to the top. Then from here, 225 to the left. Then 225 to the right. You know, that will give me 675 from here to here, like that. 675. So I'm going to do the same thing here. 225 to the left and 225 to the right. So likewise here also, 225 to the left and 225 to the right. So after doing that, I can use my trim command. So with my trim, I trim all of this sheet out like this. Okay, I trim this also. I trim this, 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 then this, then this, 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 then this. Okay, after doing that, so I can highlight this, highlight this, highlight this, highlight this, highlight this, and highlight this, then what? Delete them. Okay, so now since I have my foundation footing, now I'm going to okay, I'm going to arch it later. So inside each of these footing, I'm going to be having what? I'm going to be having concrete on the inside, but I'm going to arch that later. So now you will agree with me that if you have a standard building, you agree this with me, you agree with me on this. Yeah, you should agree with me on this. If you have a standard building, so let us assume this is our standard building, and this is my, okay, let me say this is my building like this. Okay, this is my building. Okay, now you agree with me that if you want to actually enter your building, you will need to raise up your leg to enter the building, yes or no? Yes. So that shows that my floor structure is sitting from the ground floor and above. It can't go under. Only the foundation goes under the natural ground level. So your ground floor start from natural ground level upward, which means your hardcore, your concrete, everything is going to sit on the normal ground level, then upward. So for this reason, that's the reason why if you want to have access to your building, you will need to raise up your leg before you enter that building. So that shows that everything is actually okay in that case. So do you guys actually agree with me with what I said just now? If you don't agree, let me know.
Please, can you come again?
So I said for your floor, for your ground floor, I told you our ground floor consists of what? Concrete, hardcore, and what? And soil. So our ground floor is being erected starting from the natural ground level upward, not downward. And that is the reason why if you want to actually gain entry to a building, you need to what? Raise up your leg, because the thickness of that hardcore concrete everything actually gives some sort of elevation to the floor of your building. So that is the reason why you tend to raise up your leg before entering a building, not taking your leg down. Do you agree with what I said just now?
Yes, sir.
So thank you. Okay, shoot.
Yeah, so what's the distance between the foundation footing and the ground floor?
So I said for this class we'll be using 1000. We are using 1000 since we are not given.
Okay. Will it be given, or
No, you will decide. The man won't give you all those things. The man won't give you. He won't give you. So okay. It is in WAEC. So you get that they give you. But if you become a draftsman, maybe an architect, and you are providing this thing, you need to provide all those information on your building plan. If you are providing drawing for someone, you need to put all those information there. Okay, so because it is required of you to produce that. Okay, now this line here is my natural ground level, NGL. So from that NGL now I will start doing my floor constituent. So for our floor, all the area under this area, all the area under this natural ground level is our soil. So we don't need to draw anything for soil any longer. So the only thing we are going to show now is what? Hardcore and what? And concrete. Now our hardcore, let us take our hardcore to be a thickness of 300 mm. Yeah, so normal standard we ought to be given, but the man won't give you, so I expect you improvise. So my hardcore, I'm going to use 300 mm for my hardcore.
Excuse me, hope you are recording it.
Yes ma.
Okay sir.
300 mm for my hardcore. Then I'm going to use 150 for my concrete. Enter. Okay, 150 for my concrete. Then I'm going to use 50 mm for my floor finish. So my floor finish can either be cement screed, that is sand, cement and water, or a tile, or terrazzo, whatever you want to use for your floor finish, or timber. So it's your choice. So I've done that. So this first layer is my hardcore, second layer my concrete, then the last one my floor finish. Now I need to actually sort out all these areas by trimming. So I'm going to trim the inside of this sorry Mike. So I'm going to trim this place, and I'm going to explain why I'm trimming it. I'm going to trim this place. So shit Mike. Okay, now the reason why I actually trim this area is this. Now we said this area is going to be our hardcore. Let me insert my hardcore there so that you can see. I'm using my arch. Okay, with my arch hardcore. So this is architectural drawing. You remember the use of symbol I explained when drawing. So since this is an architectural course, I can actually make use of stone for my hardcore. But if you become a teacher and you are teaching technical drawing in school, you don't use stone. You use that symbol I showed during the last video. Okay, so that symbol I showed during the last video is acceptable both in architectural drawing and technical drawing. Okay, but the one I'm going to use now is only acceptable in architectural drawing. Okay, so I'm going to use this gravel. So using that gravel of 18 for my hardcore, I'm placing here and here for my hardcore. Okay, so let me make it 100 tab. Okay, I think that's encouraging. Let me do 500 tab. So I think this is okay like this. Then what? Close. So that hardcore is sitting perfectly there. Now, if you've been to a standard construction site, so some of you are going to go for IT and you will actually witness what I'm trying to explain now. So for a standard construction site, so after the site preparation, you've cleared the bush, the next thing is setting out. After setting out, the next thing is what? Excavation. After excavation, the next thing is what? Foundation. So after erecting the foundation, so it is expected that they will do the ground floor, the flooring. And if they are doing the flooring is going to cover the entire area that they excavate. Are you getting it? The concrete is going to cover the entire area such that all the walls, all your excavated shape, everything, you won't see anything again. All you will be seeing is what? Is a flat surface. Are you getting it? So after that flat surface, after the floor is now fully dried, then the engineers will now bring the building plan and start marking out the positions of the wall again. Okay, now so for those of us while we are growing up, including my parents' house, that wasn't the case. What they did is they first of all completed the building. They are now filling each room one after the other. They are now plastering the floor of each room one after the other. That is very, very wrong, and I will tell you the adverse effect of that. Now, if you've been to houses whereby during rain season, you can't put your clothes on the floor, or some houses whereby the bathroom is closer to maybe the wardrobe or whatever, whereby when you are bathing, the wall will absorb water and it's going to affect your clothes. That is the cause, because the ground floor of that building is wrong. So if they didn't follow what we are trying to do here right now, then there is every possibility for mold, MOLD. So that is as a result of wetness from the wall or from groundwater. Now, in a standard building construction, those of you are going to go for IT. So after this hardcore, before they pour the concrete, you will see something like a polythene sheet. Some people will introduce a polythene sheet on black nylon. It can be either black or white. They will lay it after the hardcore before they pour the concrete. So what is the function of this polythene sheet? That polythene sheet is called a DPC, damp proof course. DAMP, damp proof, PROOF, then course, COURSE, and its function is to prevent groundwater from rising into the building. So let us assume I actually apply a damp proof course on this area here, this line that I highlighted now. You understand? So whenever there is rainfall, as the soil water is rising, when it gets to this area, it can't permeate the nylon polythene sheet. Yeah, water can't penetrate through a polythene sheet, so then the water will go down. Now, I don't know whether you guys have actually observed this. You notice some house that after rain finished falling, you will see the wall of that house getting wet on the outside. Yeah, such kind of building, it has no damp proof course. So the soil water from that area actually rises, then it rises up. So in such scenario, if you are using a wall built wardrobe, you know this wardrobe that they use block and this thing for, and you place your clothes without putting any protection, it is going to spoil your clothes. That's it. Or maybe you are staying in a riverine area like all those Pariga Coca axis, and the floor is not properly made. Water will just spoil everything you have. So that's just this. So as a learned individual, okay, you don't do aroro. Yeah, this type of floor is actually expensive, but that is the best. Okay, so after your foundation, you do your ground floor. So the ground floor is going to cover everything. All the excavation, everything you do is going to cover everything. Then after that, you now bring the building plan and start marking out the positions of wall again. And that's the reason why I actually remove anything called wall from this area. So everything I'm going to be having on this axis is what is concrete. After that, my wall will continue. So your floor finish, which is this tiny one, yeah, so you can do that one after the whole building, because in some instances you might decide to use terrazzo for one room, you might decide to use tiles for one room, you might decide to use ordinary plaster for one room. So that is why floor finish is being done room by room, but the ground floor is being done at the same time for the entire apartment. So take note of that. So for my floor now, I'm going to pick concrete, yeah, concrete, where are you? This thing down anyway. Okay, concrete, yeah, I'm picking concrete, arc concrete, so placing it here. And remember, the bottom of this, our foundation footing, is also going to be what? Concrete. So I'm going to do them all together. Concrete, okay, tab, let me do 1000, tab, close, Okay, I think that's too ambiguous. It's not working. Let me do it again. Arch, concrete, right here, right here, right here, and right here. So I'm going to do it. Let me do 300 and tab it. Okay. Control Z, Z. Why? Where is this thing on it? Okay, concrete. This compartment, this compartment, this and this. I'm doing a 50. Tab, then close. I think that's better. Okay, I can reduce it a little. Let me do a 20. Okay, I think it's better like this. Then close. So let me save my drawing. So I've actually fixed that area like that. Okay, so I can trim. Hope you can still hear me. I beg you. If you can't hear me, talk.
Sorry, please, I want to ask a question.
Okay, shoot, ma.
You said the hardcore first, the
Concrete
second,
yeah.
and the soil.
No, the soil is under the hardcore. You too.
Okay, the soil is on. Okay, the soil is under the hardcore.
Yes, now normal now. This thing is no. You don't need to cram. It's just natural. Check your building. What do you have? You have soil under the building now. So soil is under. Soil is under.
Okay, soil hardcore.
Yeah, soil is under this area.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Soil is going to be under all this area here. Soil. Our sand is going to be there. Okay, so I can actually make a compartment for that if I want to show my soil. So I can develop a compartment for that. Okay, I can develop a compartment for that. So by okay, let me just develop something like this. F8. Okay, I'm going to mirror this. Okay. So this one is that's one dimension. You can just design any this thing that actually suits you.
Sorry, please. So, what did you do there?
I'm trying to create a compartment for that soil so that I can show the symbol for soil. So I said you can use any design that actually suits you. So I'm trying to just design something. So you get now. So that okay. I can show soil compartment. So you can use any design that suits you. So I'm just trying to use the design here.
What I'm asking is that you know that line that you cut. I don't. You know that you copied the first line
I just copy and
to the
pasted it
second.
to this junction here, so that it can be the same now, so that it won't be different.
Did you use mirror?
Oh, when I wanted to move this one from here to here, I use mirror. Then after that I started copying. So I copied this, I place it here and here. Then I copied this, I place it what here and here, since they have the same shape. Do you follow now? Okay. So we don't have, okay, we have 8. That's our 8 there. So I'm picking 8 for those areas and this, and I'm doing enter. I don't know the reason why this thing is moving now. How the thing is moving like a baby. Hey, Chinwe. Okay, I fail. No, I should still be afraid though. Nah, yeah. Something don't do my village people. And I won't get my laptop. Nah, lie. Your plan will not work. Their plan will not work. Let me do 500. Tab. Check. So I think it's okay like this. Do you see that? Clean like MaekllTech. Cheap like plantain chips. Fresh like fresh you. Can you see that? So I am done with.
Now is there a symbol for soil?
Yeah, earth. It is. I told you it is called soil, sand, or earth. In Autocad app, it is called earth. EARTH. I think we have earth there. Shall you see? Do you see it?
Yes.
So that's it. So after that, now the next thing I'm going to do is I need to pick my lintel level. That's the first thing I'm going to pick out. And my lintel level, hey Jesus Christ, my lintel level is going to start from my my lintel level is going to start from my finished floor level here. So from this finished floor level, I'm going to pick a lintel level. So, and our lintel level, who can remind me our lintel height, the height of our lintel? Who can remind me the dimension for the height of our lintel? Hello, dimension for the height of our lintel. Who can tell us? Somebody should tell us. What's the height going to be from our finished floor level to lintel? What's the height going to be? My battery is dying. Talk. This laptop is going to die soon. Talk. Oh yeah, let me call him. Let me start calling him. I'm coming. I will start calling him now. Don't log out. Michael Uni. Sir Michael Uni. Sir Gerard Wood. I'm listening. Sir Aregbesola Ajibola. Ma Boluwatife. Master Yusuf. Nobody is talking.
The height of the link is 300.
From the natural ground, I mean from our finished floor level. From our finished floor level. So the height of our lintel from our finished floor level, I told you. Which means you did not watch the video of the last class, because I remember I actually repeated it. So that height should be. Who is going to give it a try again? Thank you, sir. Adegbeshola. At least you talk. The rest can't talk. Online class, not physical class.
Although I've not watched it, I'm doing the class for the first time.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no wahala. So I told you that the height of your lintel, it should be the what? Should be the height of your door from here to here, from our finished level to the door height. Because after your door, what do you have after your door? That's the what? Lintel. So and from our finished level to where the door ends, the height of our door is 2,100. your finished ground level inú yàrá tó wà ń sìn, the room you are actually standing in, the height of your door after your door, what do you have after your door is lintel now. What you have after your door. Alright, so after doing everything that has to be done on the foundation and the ground floor, the next thing is to actually get my lintel level. My lintel level is going to be the same height as my door, because at the end of every door, okay, we have the what? You have the lintel. After the door opening, we have the what? We have the lintel, and the height of our door is what? 2,100, which is also going to act as our what? As our lintel level, and that is always the case for all building, except in special buildings such as warehouse or the likes. But aside from that, our lintel level is usually at the door height, at the end of the door, okay, and the height of our door is 2,100. So from my finished floor level, I'm going to pick an offset of 2,100, enter. So this is my finished floor level, this area here. Then I'm going to what? Do it up there like that, so I can extend it all through, okay, and like this. So after doing that, my lintel thickness is also going to take the thickness of my wall, and our wall is what? 225, enter. Our wall is 225, enter. I pick that like that up there, so that is settled. Now if you remember our headroom, I explained during the last class, our headroom right here as shown here is what? 3,300 from the what? From the normal ground level, from our normal ground level to our headroom, which is the distance from normal ground level to the what? To the ceiling height in this case. So we are told that the distance is what? 3,300. So I'm going to pick my offset command with 3,300, enter, from my normal ground level, and this line is from my normal ground level, okay, from here upward. So that line up there is my what? Is my headroom. So with that being finalized, I can actually trim the whole of this area off like this. Okay, now I need to start showing some features on the inside of my sectional view. So coming back here to this area, remember our section, we are cutting this area, we are cutting from this area along this area like this, then facing up here, then looking upwards here. Take note, now on this particular wall we have a window, on that area, and I tell you that the height of our window, the width of this window is what? Is 600. So 600, the height of our window, we are using what? 1,200 for the height of our window there. So 600 by 1,200, that is what we are using in that area, okay. And if that is the case, on our sectional view, we will only be seeing the height of our window, we can't see the width. We can only see the width of our window on the building plan, while on the elevation we can see the width and the height, but on our section we can only see the height, we can't see the width, okay. So I'm going to actually showcase my window on this particular area here, and likewise on this second foundation wall we have a beam, and in most cases our beam is usually above our lintel level, maybe a block above or 2 blocks above. So but for the sake of this video, I'm going to use a block above our lintel level, so take note of that. While on this third wall, okay, we don't have any structural components, it is just a wall throughout from the foundation to the top. So I'm going to fix that now. I have a window here, I have a beam here, so I'm going to fix that now. So just follow me. Okay, so I'm going to pick trim. First of all, I'm going to trim this area, okay. So with offset, I'm going to offset at 1,200, enter. So I'm going to offset this area downward like that. So then I'm going to offset 225 up there. So if that has been done, I'm going to delete this line here. Yes, I'm going to delete that right there. So now with my trim, I trim this area like this, okay. So with my line, I draw this, switching on my F8, I draw this like this. So with my offset at 75, I do an offset of 75 towards the left and right. So I have my window in that area, okay. This area, just my beam. Now Okay, now after our beam, we will be seeing this wall after our beam. But remember, our section line only cuts through this beam. It doesn't cut through the wall. It cuts through this beam. So let me explain how that area actually looks like. Okay, now imagine you are having something like this. Okay, something like this, and towards, let's say towards this side like this. Yeah, my wall extends towards this side like this. So let us assume this is my beam somewhere here. Okay, my wall extends all the way towards this side. So now this area is my wall. Okay, this is my wall here, that's my wall here, this is my beam, this is my beam, this area that I circled here now is my beam. So imagine I now cut this beam somewhere here, my section line passed through somewhere here like this. You can see it only cut my beam, it doesn't cut the wall. So which means it is only that beam that I'm going to show the section view of it. So I'm still seeing my wall as it is. So since the section line did not work, it didn't touch this wall here, it only cut across the beam here, still far from the wall, and that's what you are having here. It's cut through the beam here, not the wall here. So take note of that. So I'm still going to see my full wall, but the beam is what is going to be sectioned because the section line cut across the beam. So I'm going to actually fix that on my drawing over there right now. Okay. Okay, so like this right here now. So I'm going to use symbol of concrete arch, concrete right here and right here. Enter. Okay, which one did I use? Okay, I used 20 right there. So I think for this I should be using 22. So concrete right there, perfect, like that. So while this area should be taken off entirely like that. So now looking at my building plan, so standing right here, if I'm standing right here like this, okay, I am seeing this particular door here, yes or no? Yes. I am seeing this beam here, yes or no? Yes. So I'll be showing this beam, I'll be showing this door. So those are the two members I will be showing because I am seeing them while standing in that area. So, and the door here is 900, the height is 2100 as we all know. So the door is directly beside this wall here, while the beam is also directly beside the wall on the right hand side. The door is directly beside this wall on the left hand side. So take note of that. So let me fix my door first of all. So which means I need to offset this line backward, this 225 that I removed earlier on. Yeah, this line I need to bring it down back. Okay, so standing right there, I'm going to offset. Okay, I don't even need to offset anything. I can easily pick a door here. So view, two pallets, door elevation in metric. I have this right here. Okay, this right there. The height 2100, enter, and the width here 900, enter. So that is settled and done. So I can move this like this from this junction right here. Okay, yeah, like this. So that's my door sitting perfectly in that area. Then on the opposite side I'm having a beam. And what's the length from here to here? Distance from here to here wasn't given, so let me just assume. I can assume any distance here. Okay, let me assume that distance actually aligns with this area, here. Let me assume it aligns, and the distance from here to here is 1425. If this wall is 225, then that is, I'm left with 1200. I'm left with 1200. So the width of that beam is 1200 right there. Okay, all I have to do is just offset 1200, enter. Okay, I'm going to offset this line like this, bam, at 1200, then extend this, bam, like that. Then I'm going to, oh, I'll be extending this, sorry, to a beam. I'll be extending this. Okay, then I'm trimming this off, and this off. Okay, I'll be trimming those areas off, so I'm left with something like this right there. So that's opening. Now, which means if this area is an opening, you know this is a door now, so the door is closed, I can't see anything beyond the door, but this area is a beam, which is an opening. Definitely I'll be seeing what this window here, I'll be seeing this particular window, so I need to show that window also. I need to show this window. And what's the distance of that window over there? Let us confirm that the distance of that window is 900, window of 900. So, and window of 900 is from this area, from this wall to my right hand side, window of 900, and height of 1200. Okay, so I'm going to pick aluminum window elevation right here, like this, height of 1200, enter, width of 900, enter. So after that has been done, I think I'm going to need something like a guide. Let me produce this line here to act as a guide. Okay, and I'm going to click on this window. I'm going to click on move from this edge here, okay, to here, this area here, sitting perfectly. So I can remove this line now, then off. So I'm having it right there. So since it is a glassed aluminum window, so I'm going to pick my arch, pick glass. Where are you? Glass, where are you? Goes, okay, glass. With my glass, I pick the inside here and the inside here. Okay, let me use something of 20, check, better, so it works perfectly. Escape, then save. So we are getting there, yes or no? Absolutely. Now our wall is going to be a sectioned wall, obviously. So let me section my wall once and for all. Picking on my arch, I'm going to use, since I don't really have this thing that looks like a sectioned wall, but I know how the symbol for a sectioned wall look like. So let me pick, I think I'm going to pick this, so for here to section my wall. Okay, A 500. Okay, I think this is good for a section wall like this. I think that is actually better like that. So I should be trimming this, and this. So my wall is set. Remember what I actually said about the wall here? I said our section line is not touching the wall here because this wall here is on the inside. This is it again. So the section line actually pass across this area. So that's why it only section the beam. It doesn't touch the wall. So take note. That's why we are not sectioning the wall in that area. Take note of that. Okay. So after that, we move to our roof member. Our roof member. That's the next thing. So, and I told you that the first roof member will be showing here is what is the wall plate. The wall plate. So I'm going to use 50 by 50 for my wall plate. Yeah, a square box of 50 by 50 for my wall plate, sitting at the middle. So with my offset 50, enter. Okay, then with my line, let's locate the midpoint. Okay, and I can't locate the midpoint here. Okay, let me act as if I trim this first. Okay, so yeah, right there. So I can offset this 25 to the left, 25 to the right, 25 left, 25 right. I have my 50 right there. Then this delete, and I can as well extend this all the way back. Like that. Okay, so let me act as if I trim this also like this, and right here I drew this. I'm drawing that, so offset of 25 also, left and right, escape. I can remove the one in the middle like that. So with my line, like that. So offset 25 to the left and right also, left and right also. I'm deleting the middle one like that, with my extend like that, and my extend on this axis also. So with my line, I need to show that my work plate is a section timber. So I'm going to like this, and like this. That is how we show a section timber. Take notes. Okay, like this and like this. So take note of that also, and like this and like this. So it's also shown in that area also. So after our work plate, the next thing is what is the tie beam. So my tie beam, I'm going to make it at a thickness of offset. I'm going to offset that at a thickness of 150. Enter like this. Yeah, thickness of 150 right there. So I'm going to join this here like this, then I'm going to join this here like this. Remember the angle of our roof the other time, the angle which we actually created our roof on the elevation. I remember it is still angle 23 degrees. That's the pitch of our roof. Our roof was pitched at angle 23 degrees. I can still recall that. Yeah, I can still recall that. All right. Okay, I can still record that as 23 degrees. So I'm going to pick my line. Okay, switching off my auto mode. All right. So with my line, okay, pressing my tab, 23, tab again. So already logged in at 23 degrees like that. I'm going to draw towards this axis like this. Check. Okay, so I'm going to pick my line also from this axis also, tab 23 and tab, already logged in like that also. So already at 23 degrees like that also. Check. So and remember our east projection, the east projection we use on our elevation. I think I've forgotten that. Let me confirm. My east projection on the elevation, what did we use? We use year to year. Okay, I use 700. Yeah, noted. I make use of 700. So I'm going to use 700 as my if projection on this side also. So offset 700, enter. I'm going to offset this line at 700 like this, PM. And I'm going to extend like this all the way to that 700 like that. So I think that is settled. like that. Yes, that is settled like that. So after that has been done, I can actually mirror this to the other side. So let me just create a center line here like this. Bam, that's my center line. So highlighting this and this with my mirror command, I come here and what, and here, then I click on no, so I have it mirrored that way. Okay, so I can draw this from that midpoint all the way down here like this. Okay, so we are getting there, right? Check. So I've drawn my wall plate, my tie beam. This is my rafter. This one here, this double line here is my what is standing as my rafter. Okay, after my rafter should be my purlin. So offset, my purlin is going to stand at 75. Enter. So from here 75 palm, 75 palm. After my purlin, then my roofing sheet. So my roofing sheet is going to stand at, let's say, a mega 10 mm chicken. Yeah, at 10 mm chicken, very tiny. Okay, after that okay, my ridge cap, let me do 25. My ridge cap 1 and 2. So my ridge cap is set. Okay, I can start trimming. I can trim the whole of this like this off. Alright, so after doing that, I think I'm going to extend this all the way to the top right here. PM, yeah, set. So I'm going to offset this at 70. If I'm using 75 mm for my truss and king post, 75 mm for my truss and king post, so that's going to be 75 mm by 2, 35, 37.5, enter. So this is going to come here and here. Checkmate. I think that's kind of nice. Okay, that is nice. So I'm trimming this. So I'm trimming. You can see what I'm trimming here. Okay, so don't make mistake. All right, taking this off. Likewise, this, and this. Likewise, this. Okay. Okay, so let me centralize my king post. Yeah, let's have the distance of 1000. 1 to 1000. Oh, that is not too close. Okay, I think this is better. 2. Perfecto. So then I'm going to 75. Like that. So then I'm going to trimming this. Okay, yeah, I've trimmed that. So I can mirror this like this. So using my mirror, first spot, second spot, no, so settled like that. Okay, these are my roof truss, this is my king post in the middle. Okay, after that, what do I need to fix? So let me fix this my ridge cap of it. So my ridge cap right here, I think I make use of length of 700 for the width there also. So offset 700, enter, left and right. So extend like that, then trim. I'm trimming this off, trimming this off, I'm trimming all of this and this. So I'm left with that, as you can see on the screen. Clean like what? Like Maekll. Pure like pure bliss. So I think I'm going to zip up this mouth here like this. No, don't let me zip it up yet. Okay, so I'm done with that area. So let me fix my pollen normally. So to fix my pollen normally, I'm going to click on this somewhere around this area here like this and like that. Offset at 50, enter, like this. Okay, I think a 75 should do. Offset at 75, enter. 75 should do. Okay, yeah, better. So trim, extend like that. Okay, I think that's kind of better. Offset at 1000, enter. So I'm extending it. I keep extending. Okay, then I can trim now. PM. So I'm saving. Also remember to always save your work as you are working. Okay, trim. I trimmed that also. Okay, I think I'm almost done. Then I'm going to actually have all the way here 75 from here to here like this. Extend, then trim. Okay, now after I've done that, I'm going to pick my line with my F8 switched off. I'm going to draw this like this and like this to show that it is a sectioned timber. That's why I'm doing that. I was trying to show that it is a what? Sectioned timber. So take note of that. Every details are necessary. All details are necessary. Okay. So always ensure you include them. Okay, we're going to do the same thing right here, like this, Also going to do the same thing right here, like this. And the same thing right here, like this. Now the distance of all these polling, all these sheets, I was not actually assume them on my own since we were not given. Okay, in some instances you'll be given, in some instances you won't be given, but that man won't give you. So Dr. What's his name said he won't give you, so don't expect him to give you. He won't give you. So that's it. So I'm going to highlight all of my members here right now. Okay, highlighting them, I'm going to mirror them to the other side because I can't be drawing it at the other side also, like that. I can't be doing that. I don't have that luxury of time. So as I've drawn it on one side, I'll just mirror it to the other side, sharp, like that. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to mirror it. So highlighting it, I click on what? Mirror. With my mirror, slot 1 and slot 2. No. So I have it on the other side. Perfect, like that. So next thing is what? My facial board. My facial board right here. So distance of, let me do 25, enter. Distance of 25, like this, right here. Okay. So with my F8 switched on, I draw this like this, right there. So I extend this all the way to the back here. So then I do offset of 20, enter, like this. Okay, and I do trim. I trim this sheet off like this. Okay, I trim this. Hey, that was an error. So with my trim, I trim this like this and this like this. I think I can close this area up like this. Okay, my roofing sheet extends beyond my facial body little, and that is standard. You can look at the outside of the building you are currently staying inside now. You notice that your roofing sheet is what is extended beyond your facial board right there. So I'm going to highlight each of those members I did just now. Highlight them with my mirror. I come to the midpoint here, then I mirror it to the other side, 0.1 and 0.2. No, so I should be having it right here like this. So perfect. So I just trim out what I need to trim out here, which is this, and this. So I have my facial board on the outside over there. So with my facial board on the outside over there, I need to show my noggins. Work plenty for this thing. We didn't noggins of it, just something tiny. Okay, let me show it at that end and somewhere at this end also. Somewhere at this end like this also. Okay, and maybe somewhere here. You can offset 15 left and right for this one. Offset 15. I think it's better like that. So with my line, I do the same thing I did a section timber like this and like that. One like this and like that. Two like this and like that. 3. So I'm going to highlight those pictures I made right now like this. Highlight this one also like this, and I like this one also like this. I'm going to click on my mirror. I'm going to mirror it to the other side also like this. So first spot, second spot, no, it should be there like that. So I think that is settled also. So on the inside, I should be having a ceiling on the inside also. So offset of 20, yeah, this downward like that. So with my trim, I trim this perfectly like that. So that's my ceiling on the inside. Okay, this ceiling on the inside too should also have noggins. Or you can insert the noggins on your own. Yari, I'm tired, sorry. So this is section excess of that building plan. Now remember that on that question we were told to produce it on a scale of what? 1:50. Now if I pick my dimension, now look at this one. If I pick my dimension, let me, you know that from here to here should be giving me 225, which is what is giving me now, 225. That area is giving me 225. That's because I actually produce it drawing on a scale of 1:100. So if I produce it on a scale of 1:50, then that dimension here should be giving me 450. So how do I increase this scale? How do I reduce it to 1:50? How do I reduce it to 1:50? All I have to do is I'm going to highlight this whole object like this. Then I'm going to click on scale. So clicking on scale, I 1:50 is half of 1:100. So I'll just click on anyway. Okay. Sorry. What is wrong? Oh, I clicked rubbish, you don't mind me. So highlighting my object, sorry, I'm going to click on scale. Clicking on scale, I can stand anywhere right here. Then click on what? 0.5, enter. Wait. I'm coming. Let me reset it. Here to here. That's 225. Highlighting it. Scale. Anywhere here. 2. Enter. Okay. That's going to be times 2. So that's it. So this on scale 1:50 now, I scale it to 2. So that's what? 1:50. I scale it to 2. That's 1:50. You can see that the dimension change itself to what? To 450, which should be the normal dimension if you are doing on scale what? Scale 1:50. So the dimension is going to change. So that is how to actually scale your object. Okay. And that actually brings us to the end of this tutorial video on how to produce the plan, elevation and section of a building or architectural drawing using AutoCAD. So once again, my name remains Oluwatomi Blessing Olalekon, the founder of MaekllTech. So kindly ensure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also refer it to your friends who might be in need of it. So yeah, it is expected of me to write normal ground level on this area here. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V, normal ground level. Yeah, I should write it here. 1 normal ground level. Okay, and likewise here also 2. Okay, so that is all about building drawing using AutoCAD. All right, so thank you.